Number one person on the radio, Sean Hannity. The number one person on the podcast, Joe Rogan. All of these people are Trump supporters. What media are you talking about that's anti-Trump?
You're not familiar with the anti-Trump media?
You're not familiar with the fact that you guys control for everything
of
from
all
podcasts?
the things I've heard you say out here, that might be the nuttiest.
Scott,
believe me, there's plenty of anti-Trump media.
I want you guys to understand something very clear. This is a year of reckoning, and I'm happy to see it. Donald Trump is going to sue the socks off of every single person in media that have been lying and deceiving the people, voter interference, you name it, you getting sued. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is on a suing spree. And I'm happy about it because ABC just had to pay, I think, $15 million to a charity or something like that. But they still had to come up off of $15 million. Now, they probably get a tax deductible donation or whatever you call it for doing so. But I think that it sets the precedent that Donald Trump should have been able to sue these people 1,000 years ago. They literally every day push false information. They lie, these unnamed sources. I mean, they've done everything in their power to destroy the character and representation or the character and reputation of Donald Trump. And they've done it maliciously. They've done it knowingly and intentionally without real evidence. And ABC just felt the fire. And now this poster, I forget her name now, Seltzer or something like that. Ann Seltzer. She finna get sued because she put out an Iowa poll. You remember that Iowa poll that was supposed to show that Kamala Harris is winning a lot, and whoever wins in Iowa is gonna win the election. And he's suing her because I think, and I don't have the evidence, but you can't sue a person without any merit. I think that he can prove and that they're gonna be able to discover that it was all bull shenanigans. And she never had a legitimate poll that showed that Kamala Harris was up over Donald Trump. She was just interfering in the election like they did with the Hunter Biden laptop and you name it. This video is brought to you by All Family Pharmacy. All Family Pharmacy. I don't know about you guys, but I noticed that there's some crazy going around. Everybody getting sick. Literally, my oldest son got sick. My youngest son got sick. Then my mama came out and got sick. And you don't want to be left out to dry. So let's talk about being healthy during winter season. And this is one reason why I want you guys to check out All Family Pharmacy. And since 2019, they made it easy to stay prepared with essentials like ivermectin, starting at about $3 per capsule. Tamiflu as well. And my mama needed Tamiflu desperately because I think that's what happened to her. She got the flu. But it is absolutely incredibly convenient and not going to a doctor's office and doing all that. They have hydroxychloroquine, antibiotics, and a lot more. So if you need medicine for cancer support, they got you covered. They got ivermectin and also mebendazole. And all of those things can be checked out at allfamilypharma.com/Tatum. That's allfamilypharma.com/Tatum. And here's the best part of it. I said it before. You don't need a doctor. They handle the prescriptions for you. With over 200 medications in stock and fast shipping, they'll make it simple to stock up and help you get ready for the winter season. So right now, all you got to do is put in my code Tatum10 and you'll get 10% off your order. Do not wait till the wave happen to you and your family. Go to allfamilypharma.com/Tatum and check it out today. You will feel so much better knowing that you're prepared. That's allfamilypharma.com/Tatum. And don't forget to use the code Tatum10 to get 10% off. But Scott Jennings, I hope he is at AmFest because I want to interview Scott Jennings. He is literally the media highlight of the year. Scott Jennings be whooping them like an out of control spoiled toddler. I don't know if you whoop your toddler, but maybe you whoop your teenagers. Y'all don't even whoop your kids anymore. That's why they crazy. But anyway, he on their head on this one. Roll the clip and see how they get destroyed once again by Scott Jennings. Roll it.
Right. If your messengers are incorrect, then it doesn't really matter what the first two bullets are. It's that authenticity. And then what's the first clip we played tonight? Kamala Harris, who popped out and she saw her shadow, so we'll get 4 more years of word salads. If this is the road Democrats want to continue to go down, people who are going to use cliches, pablum, and sort of just word salad answers to really important questions that everyday people have, they will continue to lose. However, if they take his advice and get authentic candidates who may sometimes say things that are a little contradictory or maybe it's a little raw, people will forgive your warts and your contradictions if they think you're being real. I think he's onto something.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to that. I mean,
Joe Biden himself is like at command thinking about this. Like right now, like I just honestly don't.
These guys, by the way, coming to this conclusion, here in December as Joe Biden is going out the door when the rest of America came to this conclusion months and months and months and months and months ago is the funniest thing I've heard today.
Can I also just say,
honestly,
he is not governing that way right now with the last few weeks that he has left. That's very telling.
At least the people around him should be thinking about these things. You need to democracy-proof, for lack of a better word, this coming administration. I mean, Donald Trump stands for everything that Joe Biden does not stand for. And if Democrats are true to their values, they will do everything they can with the power that they have right now, which is limited, to prevent Donald Trump from doing the things that he's already announced that he's going to do.
Are you arguing for administrative sabotage? I mean, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not at all what I'm arguing
you're
for.
You're saying they should proof,
no.
You should somehow proof the government against the will of the people?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to talk about the will of the people? You want to go back 4 years? Because we could talk about the will of the people. We could talk about what I'm saying, Scott. No, thank you for putting those words in my mouth. That's not at all what I'm saying.
You said proof.
Scott, how many campaigns have you done? I've done 100 million, and probably you have too, right? Every time you get a bad poll, are you supposed to sue the pollster now?
It's not about the poll. It's not about the poll. But look what happened. It came out from a person who has a lot of credibility. Virtually every single panel I was on for the last week of the campaign led with, well, look at this poll.
Oh, my God.
So it wasn't the poll. It's the second, third, and fourth order narrative.
Listen. The number. I'm sorry.
And it's just speech.
So what? So what?
It's free speech.
What about Scott? I mean, what about free speech? I mean, I thought that this was the Republican Party of say what you want. Let's debate it in the public square. Like, let's have the conversation. Now let's only have the conversation if you're 100%, prescient and correct.
I gotta hold. You get him, Scott. I'll tap you back in a minute. These people are so crazy to me. It's quite entertaining at times. It's bewildering at times. But these people are nutty. The Republican Party is supposed to be the party of free speech and debate in the square. Like, is that a pejorative? Are you articulating that that's a bad thing? That's a knock on the Republicans for wanting to have free speech? But putting out a fake poll isn't free speech. Putting out a fake poll and intentionally crafting a narrative that is demeaning and negative towards one candidate. It's not like y'all were honest about it. And then they did it so they can get on TV and lament to a fake poll. And I don't know if the poll is fake, but I do think the poll could have been faked. It could have been inaccurate intentionally, because clearly it was nowhere near a victory for her. It's nowhere near a victory in Iowa. This dude swept her. So, bro, your poll is completely wrong or y'all lied. And what does the people of the melanin say? I don't even know why she got a show. Well, what are you talking about, woman? Roll the clip.
In that moment, it was a bad poll. It was a wrong poll. The media discussed it. So what?
Do you know what I'm so tired of, Scott? The number one cable news network, Fox News. The number one paper by circulation, the Wall Street Journal. Number 3 paper by circulation, the New York Post. Number 1 person on the radio, Sean Hannity. The number 1 person on the podcast, Joe Rogan. All of these people are Trump supporters. What media are you talking about that's anti-Trump?
You're not familiar with the anti-Trump media?
You're not familiar with the fact that you guys control for everything
of
from
all
podcasts?
the things I've heard you say out here, that might be the nuttiest.
Scott,
believe me, there's plenty of anti-Trump media.
She's trying to pay you. She's trying to pay conservatives.
What I'm basically trying to say is that you guys have taken over the airwaves. You guys have taken over the radio airwaves. You guys have taken over podcasts. You guys have taken over pretty much, and now you're sitting here complaining because all you guys do is whine and complain. Your entire raison d'etre is to have grievances. You don't actually think about leading. You just think about having grievances against the media.
Woo, Scott Jennings. Somebody give him a bonus or something. How do he deal with these? I don't know if I say the R word. I'm not going to say. How does he deal with these people? Huh? They got to pay this man more money. Nick said he signed a 2-year extension with CNN. They probably paying him pretty good. And it's probably fun beating up these liberals every day. But the bottom line is that this woman is just deranged. You guys, all you do is have grievances. You don't want to govern. You just want to have a grievance. There's no anti-media. You guys run all the media. Put this in perspective. Ma'am, do you know why we run all the media? Y'all are so disingenuous and evil and lie every day that you turn off your listeners. And they begin to listen to Fox News because Fox News is being genuine and fair. You guys are just propaganda machines. You think Joe Rogan wasn't even a conservative. Y'all had Joe Rogan. He was Bernie. He was a Bernie bro. Joe Rogan had all kind of Democrats come on his show. Joe Rogan said he would never support Donald Trump. He would never interview Donald Trump. He don't want to support him at all. How enough you gonna say that we got him? Y'all had him until this year. CNN used to be top viewership. Y'all lost that because y'all disingenuous. Fox News, Hannity. Why is Hannity the number one watch show? Because people know they can tune in. They're going to get some real information from Hannity. And majority of it is going to be impartial conservative. You guys are straight lying to people. You have people on the show telling people to put a mask on, take a mask off, telling people, talking about COVID, talking about the vaccine, and then come to find out y'all just completely deceived people. You lied about the whole thing. If I got on here every day and I told people, Donald Trump is going to win. I got a poll. I got another poll. I bring on all these experts say Donald Trump is going to win by a landslide. Donald Trump is ahead. Look, these are the reasons why Donald Trump is going to win. I know for a fact Donald Trump is going to win. The research says that, and then he lose by 400 million points. People are going to be looking at me like, I don't think I can trust what he said. If I was on here pushing conspiracy theories every day and they all end up being wrong, you guys would be like, man, I really like the boy, but I mean, I can't trust nothing he say. He's a liar on top of a liar on top of a liar. His biases have overcome him. He hates Joe Biden, just say hypothetically. He hates Joe Biden so much that all he do is talk about Joe Biden. And all Joe Biden is doing is winning and winning. And Brandon's just talking about Joe Biden over and over. And he's been wrong about 90% of what he said. Then people are going to tune out. That's the reason I got millions of people that follow me because, man, it's rare that I'm wrong about stuff because I don't really talk about stuff I don't know about or don't have some insight about. But anyway, Scott Jennings, thank you, sir. I hope you at AmFest. You know, it'll be funny. We were talking about this. If CNN were to give me a contract to be on the show, I'd probably say, yeah, just do it for a year or something because I would love to eat them alive on TV every day. The problem is that Scott Jennings, and he does an incredible job, but they got black people on there that's just bashing him and brushing him off as, oh, look at this white man, he's a conservative. If they had a black conservative similar to me or somebody like me that was on there every day, they wouldn't get away with half of the stuff they do. When they start talking about Jordan Neely and Daniel Penny, it's easy for black people and minorities to brush off Scott Jennings because he's white and they can just categorize him as a right-wing Republican, white dude that's out of touch with the black community or inner city communities or minorities. They put a black man on there with some common sense, it's going to be hard for them because then they have to call you a sellout every day and they have to disrespect another black man or woman, and they just look bad. I just think that we need to have people on there that can consistently combat the narrative, and they wouldn't have a show no more. You'll be there for 1 year because they'll go out of business. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.